Good morning, guys. Today we will learn a very interesting topic called pericyclic reaction. We all know that there are two types of reaction mechanism for organic reaction. Two types of mechanism. We all know mechanism of mechanism for organic reaction. What are two types of mechanism? There are two types of organic mechanism. One is ionic pathway and another one is free radical pathway. Free radical pathway and another one is ionic pathway, but there are certain reactions which do not follow these two mechanism, and there are some characteristics of such reactions. These are called pericyclic reaction. There are certain reactions or pathways. There are certain reactions which do not follow the two above pathways. These are called pericyclic reaction. These are called pericyclic reaction. There are some characteristics of these reactions. Characteristics of such reactions are they proceed in a concerted way with a single cyclic transition state. They proceed in a concerted way with a single cyclic transition state. Number two is they are highly stereospecific in nature. Highly stereospecific. Highly stereospecific in nature. That means stereospecific means one particular product is formed from one particular stereoisomer. That is called stereospecific reaction. So pericyclic reactions are always highly stereospecific in nature. And number three is these reactions occur only by heat or light induced. Do not require any chemical reagent for such reactions. These are the characteristics. These reactions occur only by heat. This is thermally induced. Or by light. These are called photochemically induced. Do not require any chemical reagent. Do not require any chemical reagent. These are the some characteristics of pericyclic reactions. Now there are four types of pericyclic reaction are observed. What are these? So four types of pericyclic reaction. Four types of pericyclic reactions are observed. Number 1 is electrocyclic reaction. Electrocyclic. Number 2 is cycloaddition. Number 3 is sigmatropic rearrangement. And number 4 is in reaction. Today we will discuss about electrocyclic pericyclic reaction. Let's see what it give. What is electrocyclic reaction, how this reaction will proceed, and what is the stereochemistry in the product. Let's see. So we will learn electrocyclic reaction. Electrocyclic reactions are this type of reaction. A diene, there is a sigma bond formation occurs across the end of the conjugated diene. Means here one sigma bond is formed and these conjugated dienes are shifted. So electrocyclic reaction is a process where a sigma bond is formed across the ends of a conjugated polyene or conjugated diene for this case, and for this case triene, and there are many examples for this type of reaction. And this type of reactions are denoted as this 4 pi because there are 2 pi bond, so 2 into 2 equals to 4 pi electron. These are denoted as either 4 pi, these are denoted as n pi, where n is the number of electrons, pi electrons. These are the number of pi electrons. So these are called as electrocyclic ring closure reaction because here ring is formed. There is no ring, this is open system, and here one ring is formed, so this is ring closure reaction. Electrocyclic ring closure reaction. But there are electrocyclic ring opening reactions also. If we consider the reverse reaction is electrocyclic ring opening reaction. So electrocyclic reaction is a process where a sigma bond formed across the ends of a conjugated polyene. Means as I discussed, means here sigma bond formation occurs and these are denoted as n-pi system. These are called electrocyclic reaction. Got it? Okay. Now we will see the stereospecificity of this reaction. Stereospecificity of this electrocyclic reaction. Now stereospecificity depends on the two factors. One is mode of activation, either thermal or photochemical, and second one is number of pi electron pairs present in the reactant. So the stereospecificity depends on two factors. What are these two factors? First one is mode of activation. Either thermally or photochemical. Thermal or photochemical or light induced. Photochemical or light induced. Number 2 is number of pi electron pair present in the reactant. Number of pi electron pair present in the reactant. So first to discuss about the first point, mode of activation, whether thermally or photochemically induced reaction give a particular product or particular isomer, that will be decided from mode of activation. If we consider a example, that will be easy for you to understand this point very easily. So this is one reactant molecule. Here one is methyl group. Here one is methyl group. Now if we give here heat and here H nu, this is thermally induced reaction, this is photochemical induced reaction. So if we consider the stereochemistry, the geometry of these three double bond, this is cis, this is trans, this is trans. So here trans, cis, trans. If we give heat and H nu, the products are in presence of heat, means if the reaction occurs thermally induced, then the product which is formed is two methyl group are cis to each other. This is cis product will form. Two methyl group are cis to each other. But in presence of H nu, the product which is formed, two methyl groups are anti to each other, means trans. So this, if we consider this reactant in presence of heat, it will give cis product. In presence of H nu or photochemical induced, it give the trans product. Okay, this is one. This is mode of activation. Let us consider the second point, means number of pi electron pairs present in the reactant. Don't worry, I will give the explanation of this cis or trans product formation later. First, let me discuss about the second point, which is called number of pi electron pairs present in the reactant. Let's see. The second point is number of pairs of pi electrons involved. Pi electrons involved. So let us consider two examples where different number of pi electrons are there. So the first one we consider, obviously the previous example. This is methyl, this is methyl. So if we give here mode of activation, if you consider thermally, both example we will consider thermally. If we consider photochemically, we have to consider the both example photochemically, in order to compare the variation of the pi electrons, how affect on the geometry of the product. So if we give H nu, suppose if we give H nu, you all know from the previous example, it will form the trans product Me. Now how many pairs of pi electron are there? 1, 2, 3. 3 pairs of electron. 3 pairs of electron. That means odd pair. 3 pair means this is odd, 2 is even, 4 is even, 6 is even, 1, 3, 5, these are odd. So, and if we consider another example, let's see. This is our another example. If we give H nu, it will give cis product. It gave trans product, it give cis product. So here 2 pairs of electron. Means this is even. Okay, so The mode of activation is same, but the variation of pi electron pairs change the stereochemistry in the product. So this is also very important. Here has 3 pairs of pi electron, here 2 pairs of pi electron. So here odd pi electron, here even pi electron. Now we will give about this product stereochemistry later. First, let me tell one more thing. For electrocyclic reaction to occur, the terminal carbon atom has to rotate in certain direction so that phase-wise overlap orbital occurs. What is phase-wise overlap? Phase-wise orbital overlap? Let me discuss. Before that, in electrocyclic reaction, the orbital which are used are HOMO and LUMO, means frontier orbitals. What are frontier orbitals? Frontier orbitals are HOMO and LUMO. So, in this whole pericyclic reaction, we will consider only frontier orbitals, HOMO and LUMO. So, it is said that for an electrocyclic reaction to occur, the terminal carbon atoms has to rotate in such a direction that there is a phase-wise orbital overlap occurs. This is the very important point. Let me write the point. This is very important. Means, if, let me send example, this one, if this has orbital like this orbital, and here this orbital, and here this orbital, this orbital, this orbital, this orbital. So these are the two terminal carbon. You rotate these two terminal carbon in such a way that there is a phase-wise orbital overlap occur. Means, if we consider here this is plus, this is minus, you can give plus minus or minus plus, but if we give here this is plus, sorry, this is, if we give this is minus and this is, sorry, this is plus, if we give this is plus and this is minus, then if we rotate the terminal orbital like this anti-clockwise direction, then plus goes that side, minus goes this side, and if we rotate this orbital as a clockwise direction, plus goes here, minus goes there. So plus plus, this symmetry matching, so there is a, this is called orbital phase-wise orbital overlap. So just write this, and two orbitals should be same. Actually my drawing is bad, so these two orbitals, shape of these two orbitals are same. So if we rotate this anti-clockwise direction, plus minus, and this is plus minus, so this is plus, this is plus, so there is a bonding interaction, bonding. So this is phase-wise orbital overlap. So in electrocyclic reaction, if these condition satisfied, then bonding situation is there. So the important point is, for electrocyclic reaction to occur, the terminal carbon atom has to rotate, this two terminal carbon atom has to rotate in such a direction that there is a phase-wise orbital overlap occurs. So let me write the point. Now the point is, for the electrocyclic reaction to occur, the terminal carbon atoms has to rotate in such a direction that there is a phase-wise orbital overlap. Now as I discussed, what is phase-wise orbital overlap? This is, means this plus means these are same phase. This is called phase-wise orbital overlap. For electrocyclic reaction, for successfulness of this electrocyclic reaction, there must be an phase-wise orbital overlap. Now here we talked about the rotation of terminal carbon. Now rotation may occur in two ways. One is con rotation and another one is dis rotation. Now rotation may occur in two ways. What are these? One is con rotation and another one is dis rotation. First we discuss about con rotation. This is con rotation. Now con rotation means the rotation occurs in same direction. That means both are either clockwise or both are either anti-clockwise. So the rotation occurs in same direction. That means either both, if we this clockwise and this is clockwise, if this consider anti-clockwise, then both are anti-clockwise. Means if we show by orbital these two, if we consider this is clockwise, then you have to consider this also clockwise. Means the direction of rotation are same. If we consider this is anti-clockwise, then that should be anti-clockwise. This is called con rotation. If we consider opposite direction, means one is clockwise, another one is anti-clockwise, then this is called dis-rotation. Got it? Clockwise and both are clockwise, this is called con rotation. If one is clockwise, another one is anti-clockwise, this is called dis-rotation. Let me write the dis-rotation mode of rotation. Dis-rotation is called opposite direction. Means if one is this, another one is this. If one is this, another one is this. Let me show you orbitally this one. If we consider this any homo of conjugated diene or alkene, if this consider clockwise, then that should be anti-clockwise. If we consider this anti-clockwise, then that should be clockwise direction. This is called dis-rotation. Got it? Now in order to discuss about the stereo specificity of this particular product, so let me give a trick to predict the geometry. Means if we consider a alkene like that, this alkene, if we consider this is out because it's outside, this is out, this is inside, this is in. These are not substituents, these are just to give you a trick to predict the stereo specificity in the product. So this is out, this is out, this is in, this is in. So it can be equivalent to, if we consider this is out, this is out, this is in, and this is in. Just remember this thing, this is out, this is out, this is in, this is in. Now how this help to determine the stereo specificity in the product, let's see. So if we consider this as out, this as out, this is in, this is in. Okay, if we perform a con rotation, means either clockwise both are or either anti-clockwise. So if we perform this both as clockwise, then this in goes down, this out goes up, and here out goes down and in goes up. So this is trans. Interesting? Yes, it is very interesting. This help you for prediction of stereo specificity of the product. So this give trans. If you has provided an alkene where the two substituents are out, then, and if we perform a conjugation, then the product which is formed is trans product. This you have to remember. Okay. If we perform it in a disrotation mode, means if we perform first one is clockwise and second one is anti-clockwise, then the product which is formed is, just remember, if we perform it clockwise, then in goes down, out goes up, but if we perform this anti-clockwise, out goes up, in goes down. See, if this is the direction, then out goes up, in down, this is cis. Got it? If we perform is here only we consider both are clockwise, but if we consider both anti-clockwise, then what will be the product? Anti-clockwise, if we consider it anti-clockwise, then in goes up, out goes down, and here out goes up, in goes down. This is trans product. Got it? Very interesting. If here we consider first one is clockwise, but here anti-clockwise, and it is second one is clockwise, then the product which is formed is, first one consider anti-clockwise, then in goes up, out goes down. If we consider second one is clockwise, in goes up, out goes down, and this is cis product. So if we consider conrotation, means this mode and that mode, the product are trans product. But if we perform a disrotation, either this mode or this mode, we got the cis product. Okay. Now when this cis product is formed, when trans product is formed, this is your question. So that depends on two factors as I discussed. One is mode of activation and second one is number of pi electron pairs. Let's see, and formula Woodward-Hoffmann, from this principle of conservation of orbital symmetry, gives certain rules called selection rules by which one can predict the ring closure. Woodward and Hoffmann give certain selection rules by which one can predict the geometry or stereospecificity for this ring closure reaction. Now what are the rules? These are the very important. You have to remember this thing. So let me give you an easy way to remember. First you have to remember number of participating electron pair. Number of participating electron pair. Number of participating electron pair. This is thermal mode of activation. And second one is photochemical induced. Photochemical mode of activation. So these are some selection rule. So if number of participating electron pair is even, means 4 pi, 2 pi, 6 pi, these are even. If we give a thermal mode of addition, then conrotation, it will show conrotation, obviously photochemical disrotation. But if it is odd, if number of participating electron pair is odd, then thermally it will show disrotation and photochemically show conrotation. If an alkene contain even number of pi electrons, then in presence of thermal mode of addition it will show conrotation, and in photochemical it will show disrotation. But if the participating electron pair are odd, then in presence of thermal condition it will show disrotation, and in photochemical condition it will show conrotation. Try to remember the term even thermal con. Try to remember the term even, means even participating electron pair, thermal con, means you remember this thing, even thermal con, that means even number of pi electron, thermal mode, con rotation. Then automatically you predict that the photochemical mode will be disrotation, and if odd, differs of the previous one. So you try to remember even thermal con rotation. That will help for predicting the stereospecificity of any reaction. Now, there are some theories of pericyclic reaction to predict the stereospecificity. One is frontier molecular orbitals, another one is correlation diagram, perturbation of molecular orbital. We will give you only frontier orbitals method. So, frontier orbitals method. Frontier orbital methods. We will give frontier orbital method. As I discussed earlier in this video, that what are frontier orbitals? Frontier orbitals are nothing but HOMO and LUMO. But during electrocyclic reaction, only HOMO will be considered. There is no importance of this LUMO. Yeah, there is a importance in LUMO, because if you irradiate it with a light, then the electron from HOMO to jump to LUMO, and that will be your HOMO, that means SOMO after excitation. Okay, if we, this is butadiene, this is 4 pi, that will give cyclobutene. During electrocyclic reaction, HOMO will be considered. During electrocyclic reaction, HOMO will be, during electrocyclic reaction HOMO will be considered. Now, if we see the molecular orbital of this butadiene, let's see what are HOMO, what is HOMO, and what is LUMO, or what are frontier molecular orbitals. Let's see. I hope you know how to draw molecular orbitals. If no, then it is okay. If you do not know, I will upload a separate video on molecular orbital of alkene, how to draw molecular orbital of alkene. So this one, there are 4 carbon, so the 1 2 3 4, I just give linearly, okay, to save time. And here on there are 4 molecular orbital, so there are 4 carbon atoms are there, 2 3 4. So in the ground state all are plus 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 plus, because these are p orbitals. So plus minus, you know the shape of the p, angular shape of the p orbital, means above is plus, below is minus. So but here one node is present here. One node means after that it will changes the sign. If we know about the quantum mechanics, then you will definitely know the what about the node. After the node the wave function changes its sign. So if you consider plus minus plus minus minus plus minus plus, here is one node, then one node is shifted here and this is shifted here. There is no node in the ground state. In the first excited state there is one node, but in second excited state there is two node is present, plus minus minus plus minus plus plus minus, and here three node, plus minus plus minus plus minus